Sure, it'll be a real tearjerker. Doubtless it'll be in Turin when he breaks Maldini's record. Tonight he draws level, and he also becomes the Juve player to have played most in the top flight, ahead of Alessandro Del Piero. His 479th Serie A appearance for Juventus. Szczesny did have a slight injury to his chest, but Buffon has played already this season and hardly feels like a sub when you're bringing Buffon in.
Well, he played well at the weekend. Made 2 or 3 good saves against Udinese in that second half. Didn't have anything to do in the first half. But when Juventus just took their foot off the pedal, he had to make 2 or 3 really good saves. Still looks very fit.
And we're underway. And if you are new to all of this, both teams playing in there. One back by Linetti. That's a defensive slip. Samp looking to pounce here. The challenge looked clumsy. Goal kick is the call. Well, Merih Demiral took a risk there, and they are imploring Rocky to take a look at this. Bundled over was Ronaldo, so too Torsby. Yeah, the logic about Gabbiadini's interesting. Does Ranieri think he's better off the bench? From Dybala. Down is Gaston Ramirez. Referee eventually pulls play back.
Both players going in for the slide challenge. Pjanic just catches Gaston Ramirez, who won the ball. I don't think there was any intent.
Uses the same system again. Goes from Ronaldo, held by Odero, who's got very safe hands. Here's Matuidi. Back now with Alexandro. Ronaldo got up well, but was almost on the way back down when he met it.
Yeah, it was slightly behind him. Alexandro, when he does get into those sort of areas, is a good crosser of the ball.
Matuidi's trying to steal in around Ferrari, and Ferrari got very, very lucky there.
He did get lucky. I'm not sure Matuidi does anything wrong here. Ferrari tried to block his run and got it all wrong.
Now De Pauli. Back with Jason Murillo. Good ball in! Best that Samp have produced so far. And with Gabbiadini or Quagliarella attacking it rather than Gaston. Fizzed in by Dybala. Now Alexandro. Nice switch of play for Dybala. And that is Juventus at their absolute best. Picture perfect finish from Paulo Dybala.
Well, that's Dybala at his best. This is a difficult technique. He's been out on that right wing. He's been playing in behind the front 2 strikers. He drifted out to the right wing. He started the switch of play. Then he made his way back into the box. What a ball it is from Alexandro, but the technique is absolutely perfect.
A flick from Dybala. Beautifully worked again. The space and the strike from Higuain. This time he got underneath it. Now Alexandro. Higuain with the clever touch. And Colli is well positioned again.
Well, Ronaldo didn't quite read where.
You mentioned Bernardeschi versus Dybala, as it were, or versus Higuain, whatever you want. It's a charge down by Ronaldo. Odero needs to be careful. Alexandro just ran into trouble there, and it's won back by Gaston Ramirez. And it still breaks kindly for Caprari. Gianluca Caprari for Sam. And the home team level. And suddenly, a routine night for Juve gets complicated.
Well, that's what can happen if you press the ball high up the field. Had players high up the field, could it have been a set play? Alexandro spent too long on the ball, they closed him down, they won it back. Dybala plays it to Alexandro here, he can't see his next pass, he was going to play it back to Bonucci. Gaston Ramirez wins it back. Then does well just to get it into the box. Again, it's Alexandro that toe pokes it away, but straight to Caprari. And what a good finish. He wraps his foot round it, he controls it really well.
A foul by Ronaldo, yeah, it was. Alexandro, now Dybala. But what a pass that is for Ronaldo, and Colli rather dived in. Back in from Matuidi. Just an indication there that Rocky was playing an advantage, and Pjanic is saying, give us the free kick.
Well, I think Rocky was actually saying that Colli won the ball. Referees have different ways of making their point. It wasn't clear. I think what he was saying that, yes, he won the ball.
Touch of desperation about it. Now Alexandro, here's Ronaldo. That's another delightful ball in, and neither Higuain nor Dybala could make contact, and Ronaldo has a little smile to himself.
Well, it looked as though he wasn't going to buy any space, three players around him, but delivers the perfect ball over the top of the first centre-half. Colli didn't want to get a touch on it, Higuain could.
Hear the complaints there about the lack of a free kick, and again they complain. This would be controversial. Here goes Dybala. Yellow card for Yankto.
Well, I would never say a foul's a good foul, but he knew exactly what he was doing there, because Dybala had the switch of play on to that right-hand side.
Look at that, 29% play, 71, but they won the Lanterna with 36.6% on Saturday, Sam. From Alexandro, and what about that? From Cristiano Ronaldo. Towering header to make it 10 for the season and put Juve back in front.
Well, how long does he stay in the air here? Alexandro has got the freedom of the park down this left-hand side. Pauly again was tucked in. I don't know what Ranieri was saying to him, but at some point he's got to close the ball. He can't get out there. The cross is a good one, but what a header that is from Cristiano Ronaldo. The Pauly doesn't get tight enough. There's the ball round the back. He hangs in the air, and he's still got to keep it down, and he's still got to head it back across the goalkeeper. That is magnificent from Cristiano Ronaldo.
The ability to do that is almost otherworldly. Look how long he stays, and look at the concentration. That is pure poetry.
Only thing that Muru could have done was to jump earlier. Sometimes as a defender you have to jump early to try and put the other player off, the attacking player off. And the attacking player has to nudge you in the back to get to the ball.
Here's Gaston Ramirez. Yankto to line it up, and Tess Buffon, who's... It's been dramatic. It's been a real test for Juventus against an improving Sampdoria. Dybala gave Juve the lead with a thrilling goal, just thrilling, and then the equaliser from Caprari was followed by this. It'll be Samp's final half of football before the break. Juve have to go to Riyadh on Sunday. This will guarantee, should Juve hold on to this or extend. All in all, it was pretty special, and so was that from Cristiano Ronaldo. Stretching it behind was Ferrari.
Horses in there as well, Ferrari, Rio.
In he goes from Caprari. And it fell kindly and through a crowd of players. Held by Buffon in the end there of Larice. And Torsby. Buffon was just struggling for a moment there.
Well, that was better from Sampdoria.
Danilo. Here's Dybala. Brilliant service. Should have been 3. Matuidi made a mess of that.
Well, I think it comes off his shoulder in the end. Just tries to flick his head at this instead of just making the right connection. It's a terrible effort for him. Great cross from Dybala. He's made the right run. It does come off his shoulder. Ronaldo's in behind. I think both of them were onside.
See what happens here as Dybala swings it in. The return is held by Odero, but back to that story. So after that victory, having been told he needs to smile more, did all of that. Picture went viral, everyone loved it. Good side of football, and he drops him. Chugging forward here, Rabiot. Here's Ronaldo. After the umpteen step-overs, it's deflected to Odero, who dealt with. Here's Maru. It's another excellent ball in, and it was touched so nearly into the path of Gaston Ramirez.
Well, Gabbiadini does well. No pressure on the ball. They get a 2v1 in the wide area. Good cross played in. Gabbiadini gets a touch, and you can see.
I thought Torsby got the ball there. Rocky disagrees. Now Dybala. Have a turn from Ramsey.
Maybe 10 minutes ago.
Good leap from Rabiot. Look at this again, Merih Demiral. Booked actually for the challenge on Caprari.
Well, he can be a loose cannon. That's his problem. He's got great athleticism. He can read danger.
It's Torsby. He's done so well to keep it alive, Caprari. And then the overhead from Gaston Ramirez came to nothing.
Well, you can see why he's putting his hands on his head there, Caprari. There was a moment there where that far post opened up for him. He tried to bend it in there. He didn't quite get it right.
Ronaldo. Reece nowhere near strong enough there. Here's Caprari. It's looking more and more like it might be a gallant effort in defeat by Sam. Now Ronaldo. Odero came a long way. And the flag is up to deny Ronaldo what would have been a clinching goal for sure.
But they will look at it. Because the referee allowed the ball to go into the back of the net before he blew the whistle. Is he offside? It's a tight one. I think he just about is offside. It's a poor effort by Odero coming out.
It's hard from the angle we saw, but when you looked along that line, 5 minutes to be added on. Here's Ronaldo. Ferrari across to try and deal with him. It's Ronaldo! Twice he's come close to a second goal.
Twice he's been put through by Aaron Ramsey. That's a good pass. Now 1v1, he was always going to cut in onto his right foot. Rio, the covering defender, can't get back and help Ferrari.
Second yellow card and a red for Caprari. A challenge on Merih Demiral. Rocky shows his 5th red card of the season, and this is why.
Well,
they're not going to launch it in, they're going to play it into the midfield.
good header from De Sciglio, and that's it.
Juve worked hard all the way here to grab this win. Sam threw everything at them, and the Juve players know how important this is. They go back to the top, for the time being at least. And Ranieri beaten by his old side.